showing you how to use the Whale space heater. This model is a Compass Kensington dealer special. It's the Kimberley special, but this model's fitted in the casita as standard. This one is the underfloor mounted one, so it's actually mounted on the chassis underneath the Caravan, but the control panel still works for the rest of the Whale space heater range. We'll start with turning it on. In this Caravan it's wired up to do the lights and the mains power as well, so we've got 3 switches above the screen. First one's mains power, second one's ceiling lights, third one is the awning light. On the screen some icons. So this system is the 2020 model. The 2019 and backwards models all look the same as this. It's just slightly different icons, but the layout and what they do is exactly the same. This button here brings us to the room heater settings. So on the left hand side we've got 3 electric settings. Now it tells you the settings in amps, which is really useful. There's no other system that does that. It's good if you're on a low ampage site. You can make sure that you're using the right amount of power without having to knock the electrics out. So we've got 1, 2 and 3 bars. This one at the bottom is 13 amps of power. That is a lot of power being used even if you're on a 16 amp site, so you're probably not going to use that very often. Second one's 6.5 amps. That's your more powerful electric setting. And then the first one is 3.3, and again that one works absolutely fine. The settings really only differ how quickly it gets to the temperature you've asked for. It's still going to get to the temperature you've requested, just a bit quicker. On the right hand side we've got gas. So the flame turns the gas on, not for the whole Caravan, it's just running the heating system off of gas. So if you've got no mains, that's your power source. Below that we've got a fan, and all that is just an air circulation fan. So sometimes if it's really hot in these Caravans in summer, you can put the air circulation fan on, open up the windows a bit, and it will cool down a bit quicker. The air won't come out air conditioning cold, but the air will generally be cool because it's being moved around the Caravan and that cools it down. Then we've got off. So to actually ask for the temperature that you want, we're going to use the plus and the minus on the right hand side. So at the minute it's on 16 degrees. If we press the back button just here, we can check the current temperature inside the Caravan, which is 13 degrees. So we need to be asking for a temperature over 13 degrees if we want the heating system to come on. So you can turn it up, down. The Whale system goes a bit higher than all the other ones, so we can actually get 35 degrees on here if you wish. And again it goes as low as 5, same as Truma and Aldi. If you're wanting the temperature to get up really quickly, you can put it onto electric. We'll go for that one there. Put it onto electric and gas at the same time. So that's going to combine the gas and the electric together to warm the Caravan up really quickly. On the right hand side below the temperature we've got 2 buttons. One's a moon and one is a frost symbol. The moon is night mode, so that's giving you 12 degrees, and it actually makes the system run quieter than it does normally. So it uses a bit less power, the fans don't blow so much, and a lower temperature, just so that it's nicer overnight for you. If you've got the Caravan at home in storage, or you've got the facility to have your battery on in storage, you can put frost mode on. So if it's outside the house, it's really good. You can just nip in, turn frost mode on if it's going to be cold, and then it will just warm the pipes up to make sure nothing freezes over. Of course, you still need to drain your water system as normal, but you can put the frost mode on to prevent frost damage. So that's the room heater. If we press this button again, on the right hand side we've got a water droplet and a temperature gauge, and it says 10 degrees. This is the water heater settings. Now we've got 4 options on the left hand side. First one is the electric setting, so again that's 3.3 amps, just like on the room heater. We can put it into eco mode, and what that will do is it will use lower power and subsequently you'll get a lower water temperature. The water temperature generally is about 70 degrees. It will tell you a live temperature reading on the main screen, but it does come down a bit lower to about 50 when you put the eco mode on. If you want it off, just press the off button, and to turn eco mode off, just press the eco button again. We've got the same frost setting, so we can do it for the space heater so it warms the space heater up, and we can do it for the water heater so it warms the water heater up. Again, you must drain your system still, so we don't want any water leaving in caravans, especially over winter. It can freeze over and it can burst the heater, and then you'll have a flooded caravan as well once it thaws out. On the right hand side we've got timed boost. Now this is designed to be used with the electric at the same time. So if we've got the electric on the left hand side, maybe multiple people want to go for a shower, one after the other, you can turn the gas on and it will run for 15 minutes. So that's a timed boost on the gas for 15 minutes. In the settings you can alter that to half an hour, 45 minutes or an hour. It just depends how much you want to use it. If you're wanting to use the gas all the time, so say for example you're on a site with no electric, you can actually make it so that it's called forever mode, and what that does is it makes it so that you can turn the gas on and off for the water heater as you please. Press the back button again. These 2 icons that we've just been using, when we're using the actual settings on them, they will go green. So if I just put the heater onto electric and the water onto electric, we've now got an electric symbol on the bottom left and the bottom right of those icons, so we know that the heating's on the left hand side on 2 bars of electric, and the water's on the right hand side on 2 bars of electric. On the bottom left, this is our water pump button. So you press it once and we get a yellow ring around it. So that means that the pump is on and ready. When you actually turn one of the taps on and the pump starts running, it will go green and say pump running, so that you know that it's on. And then when you want to turn it off, just press the button. Bottom right hand side we've got the battery voltage, and above that how many amps of mains power we're using, which is really useful again. If you're on a site with low ampage, you can keep an eye on what you're using for your water and heating. If we want to go into the settings of the unit, we hold down on the back button, and you can see here we've got loads of different options. The top right and the one to the left of it, that's room timer and water timer. So they're just timers for the heating and the hot water. You can set a time, so if we go to room timer, we can set it to come on electric 1, 2 or 3, gas, electric 2 plus gas, which is the boost, night mode, and then off. And you can select the time to start, to finish, and the temperature you want it to be. Same for the water heater. Just go back into the settings, options. If you're not sure how many amps of power you've got to use, it tells you here. So it says main supply 16 amps. Water heater boost time, this is where we change how long the gas comes on the water heater for. So you've got 15, 30, 45, an hour, and then the forever mode, which I mentioned, which is where you just turn it on and off as you please. Screen off is how long it takes the screen to turn off after you finish using it. Brightness, the key beep, this flashing light here, which is just a status light, and then main supply. The light that's flashing here, if it's flashing blue, everything's okay, it's all running fine. If it's flashing red, it's not an error, it just means that the gas is lit. So it's got a setting to tell us that we're lit with the gas system. Again, if you're using your water heater or your space heater on gas, it will flash red so that you know that the gas is on. If there's an error with this system, it will come up on the screen and it will tell you exactly what to do, and I will do another video on that so you can see what you need to do. That's everything for basic operation of this panel.